Your stream is on. I should the stream. No, that might work. Let me see. Let me see. That was a mad delay. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. For the niggas who's watching Twitch, bro, the title, the thing that I'm finna do today, the title is completely different than what's actually about to happen. I'm not doing any of that stuff, bro. But it that's what I was trying to do this whole time. I was trying to like change it, but it dead ass won't let me change it. So like it won't let me change it like at all. So I'm kind of stuck. It won't let me change it like at all. So but yeah, I ain't finna do anything today but some reactions. Uh, it's late as hell. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, but I was just trying to get some reaction videos in. I was like, I'm not just doing on stream. So we just finna go ahead and hop straight into it, man. I actually got a couple of videos. I actually got a couple of videos that like I'm already ready to like, for the stream. So
We can't deny is
oh shit, I'm
Piccolo's
trying to like get
pull-ups
this
are
shit set up.
elite. You can tell he's trying to show us the fit. This man denied the laws of physics
I'm
to
trying to get
farm
it set up,
aura.
but like
How
it's
did his
lagging, bro.
cape blow
I really
from
can't do
one
anything right now.
direction and start blowing the other
I
way
don't know
to
if it's
reveal
lagging like your
himself?
end or not,
He's
but yeah, it's lagging right now. They want to see. Hold on. They want to see. Yeah, bro. It's not letting me change the title at all. Yeah, bro. It's not letting me change the title at all. At least on Twitch. You guys on YouTube, you guys know what I'm doing. You guys on YouTube, you guys know what I'm doing. You guys on YouTube, you guys know what I'm doing. Damn the echo. Damn the echo. All right, man. So we're gonna go ahead get straight to reactions. The first reaction for today is the most legendary pull-ups in anime history. So you finna go ahead and get straight to this video first. Man, you know, but you see,
the
this is why you don't
pull-up.
stream on
Yeah.
laptop, bro.
Yes, we all know the pull-up. Yes, we all know what the pull-up is. It's the way your favorite character
Hold on. This shit loud as hell.
can
Alright.
pull up on the scene and retain his aura. And we see people who are masters at this. Yes, Piccolo, I'm talking about you.
Oh yeah, for
One
sure.
thing we can't
Piccolo's
deny
definitely
is
on this list for
Piccolo's
sure.
pull-ups are elite. You can tell he's trying to show us the fit. This man denied the laws of physics to farm aura. How did his cape blow from one direction and start blowing the other way to reveal himself? He's not real. But with that being said, in my
Bro,
opinion, what
he's
makes
a
you in the
master
upper
at this,
echelon of
bro.
pulling up is not
He's
just about
he's
how
a
you
master at
ride.
aura
That might
farming.
get you some points on the lower tiers. Because
Hold
let me
up,
tell you, as
bro.
Not a lot of people know this, but L. Ron Hubbard was a black man.
Bro, how does this even happen? How does this even happen? Let me go back real quick. But yeah, like I was about to say, this nigga Piccolo is one of the greatest ore farmers, the greatest person to pull up. Bro, he would dead ass pull up like he the coldest nigga in the show. And then 10, 15 minutes later, he getting his ass beat by somebody. Whether it be Frieza or Slug, any of them. He'll pull up cold, clean, like he one of the main cast. I'm like, technically he's part of the main cast. But he be pulling up like he him. Genuinely. Gotta give him respect. Gotta give him respect, man. He do what he's supposed to be doing, man. So I respect him for doing it. But hey, man, you be getting beat up way too often for this. You be getting beat up way too often to be over farming the way you be over farming, bro. But I gotta give you respect. If you guys ever seen Andrew Dennis, his videos, bro, hey, we know Piccolo horror farming, man. We know.
we can't deny is Piccolo's pull-ups are elite. You can tell he's trying to show us the fit. This man denied the laws
The
of
hell?
physics to farm aura. How did his cape blow from one direction and start blowing
I don't
the
know why my
other
shit
way to
paused.
reveal himself? He's not real. But with that being said, in my
Oh my god, wow, so many technical difficulties right now. It's insane.
aura. How did his cape blow from one direction and start blowing the other way to reveal himself? He's not real. But with that being said, in my opinion, what makes you in the upper echelon of pulling up is not just about how you arrive. That might get you some points on the lower tiers. Because let me tell you, as much credit as I just gave Piccolo, this man gets dropped
On
every
me.
single
On me.
time. It's
Yeah, on me.
unbelievable. You could say his
On
best
me.
performance wasn't cooler, but when I tell you, every
He's
time
always
this
getting his
man
ass
goes
beat.
up,
Every
not
time.
even a minute after he's on the ground with 1
Every
HP,
time
he
he's
leaves a
always
man.
getting his ass
Now,
beat.
in this video, we're gonna talk about 3 moments where the arrival to the action was a 10 out
Bro,
of 10.
why does my webcam keep freezing? Bro, holding the clips. Alright, man.
So get y'all popcorn ready, because this is going to be a long one. And what better way
Okay,
to
what the fuck?
start than with Goku on Namek? Before we get to him actually
Hey, yeah, but before we get into that, man, let's be honest. When Goku pulled up to Namek, when he put up to Namek, great chaos, bro. That nigga pulled up or start fighting the Ginyu Force. Boy, put hands on Raccoon, boy. I'm talking straight hands on him, bro. And just started fighting Butters, whatever that nigga name is, bro. Yeah, he was putting paws on him, bro.
going
Yes,
up,
bro.
I have to give context on how bad this scene was at first. Vegeta just used one of his most powerful rushes to take down Raccoon, giving him the double axe hammer, finishing him off with a beam, just for Raccoon to eat that junk for dinner. This man was standing there unfazed. His
Yeah, I'm
whole
still like
outfit
tired
was
as
gone
fuck.
and he was looking at Vegeta like he did nothing. Raccoon retaliates and was on the rest of the crew heavy. He
Yeah, that's
finishes
he was
Vegeta
putting
off by
BTA to
grabbing him
Vegeta,
with
bro.
2 hands and body
BTA to
slamming him into
Vegeta,
the
bro.
ground. Krillin then gets done the worst way, as one kick broke every bone in his body. Send him to the ER.
Nah, bro.
And Gohan,
Nah, bro.
oh man, Gohan. I just feel bad for Gohan. He was just 5 years old, having to face planet monsters and 7'7" behemoths. You can only feel for him because the
Wait,
responsibility that he
I swear to God. No, no, no. Was Gohan 5 years old at this time? I know for like early on, like when we first see Vegeta and then Nappa, I don't remember Gohan being 5, I swear to God, I thought that he was like
he had
7
to
or 8.
hold was just way too
5's
much.
it's
But Raccoon didn't even
crazy.
care.
I'm not even
Yeah,
saying a
this
lie.
man Raccoon was just menacing. He was fighting a child, but the moment Gohan slips up in their battle and goes for a battle cry dive, Raccoon styles on him and kicks him in the neck. The main character's son is on the ground, so you
Just
know what's
killed
up
that
when the
nigga.
main character appears. But then we get to the meat and bones of this.
Killed that nigga.
Goku finally gets on
Yeah, when that
Namek,
nigga pulled
and
up,
the
when he
ball
pulled up,
was already oozing the minute the door opened.
it's
When
like,
was
is
the
that
last time
Goku?
you seen the glare from the sunlight hit Goku like this? And he knew it too. You're not slick. But that's not even where it ends. Goku is very intentional because peep game. From the
Bro,
distance,
they
the
relied on
red
Goku
blast
way
hits
too much. I'm
Raccoon,
not
and
even gonna
all it
lie.
does is turn him around. It doesn't injure him. It doesn't even burn him. The thing is, why would Goku send a blast that does nothing but just shift the man's position? It is only to farm for aura. You can't make this up. Raccoon looks behind his
Bro.
shoulder and sees Goku with his back turned, flexing the symbol off his gi. Once again, Goku, I'm familiar with your game. Cause Goku tries to act like this wasn't his intention, but we all know. But once he walks around and sees Gohan on 1 HP, you know the belt to buns was set in stone. Goku wants this beatdown to be a slow burn, and he makes sure to keep his mystique because that is what he wants to hold. He knew people were watching. Vegeta was in the back thinking to himself, Goku achieved the legend, Super Saiyan. When
Huh.
Raccoon disrespects Goku with the bird,
I don't remember
he
that. Hold
responds
on.
with
I
a
don't remember
cheeky
Raccoon
smile. Now
flipping
let
that
me
nigga
tell you,
off, bro.
GG's
I don't
Raccoon,
know
you might as
why.
well start
I don't
logging
even know
off
why I
because
don't
if
remember that.
Goku is smirking, if
That's
Goku is
crazy.
smiling before fighting you know it's over. Goku started to trash talk. That's how bad it was. His best friend Krillin, his brother, was shocked. Raccoon tries to charge at Goku, and he's gone. He's not near Gohan and Krillin. He's not even near Vegeta. But behind Raccoon's homies, he's too fast for them. Raccoon goes for one more move, and his IQ has to be questioned here. I think bro lost his brain cells when Vegeta attacked him. That's probably what happened. Because he
Probably.
sits there to charge up a move for like 20 minutes. And when it's finally ready, Goku gave him one elbow straight in the chest. Had him folded over with the yeeks in
Told
the
you
air.
he
I know
folded
the
this
smell
nigga.
was vile. I would say
He
this is where
folded
it ended,
him.
but there's more. Jace is actually questioning if fighting him is even worth it at this point. I know y'all see the sweat off of his forehead. Goku gives them one more out. Just go. He gives them one more chance to just run away. But
You know what's crazy is this nigga Goku gave them niggas so many chances to leave, bro. Oh my god, that nigga Goku is too fucking good, bro. I would have murdered them niggas. You probably killing my son, bro. You probably killing my best friend, bro. Yeah, I'm getting rid of all of y'all niggas, bro. All of y'all niggas, bro. Y'all ain't getting no second chance, bro. There's no second chance around here, bro. Like, what the fuck you think? What the fuck you think is happening right now, bro? I'm not giving you no second chance. I'm murdering you, bro. I'm getting rid of you. I'm surprised he even gave Frieza a second chance after Goku found out that it was the reason why his family died was because of Frieza. I wouldn't let that nigga get a second chance. I would let that nigga blow up too. Well, come on, man.
instead of leaving, they stayed prideful. Now what happens here is where Goku took the
Like, I
disrespect
never
to the
understood why Jace and Butler they stayed when Raccoon was the strongest member. Like, I never understood that,
Burter
honestly.
and Jace charge at Goku multiple times, shooting deadly beams at a wild rate,
Like,
and
he
Goku
looked
is
too
just standing
confident, bro.
unfazed. But that's until they zoom in on the ground and we see that Goku was dodging the whole time. Jace stops in front of Goku, and before Jace could even finish
I
talking,
would have
Goku
quit.
jabs him straight in the face. Me personally, I don't know if I'm letting that happen to me, but hey, I digress. Burter tries to come from the back door to help his friend, but it doesn't work. Goku catches both attacks, knees Jace, and Slick hit the cleanest
Yeah,
move.
bro.
Goku goes for a sweep and hits the
Damn.
breakdance move after it. Goku then drops the jokes and decides to assert his dominance. The fight goes on and they're trying everything on Goku, team blast, jumping him, but the end was inevitable, and Goku causes them both to hit one another. And as Birder is falling from
I'm
the
telling you,
sky,
bro, this
he
nigga
hits the
Goku was
same
on a
move he
different
did to
level,
Nappa
bro.
from the Saiyan Saga. The gut punch holding him in the air. I'm surprised this move didn't become a staple. I will say I respect how he still showed mercy to Jace. It makes his
Dead
dominance even more
ass.
assuring here. Goku did his thing on Namek,
He gave
and
them
this
so many
wasn't even
chances
the
to run
last
away.
time he pulled up like
So
this.
many chances.
But that's all for Goku. Now we have to shift to a moment that changed the tide of the.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hold on, bro. I gotta full screen this for this, bro. This is crazy, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. When that nigga Shanks pulled up to Marine 4, bro, and he pulled up, every nigga start fighting. That's a different levels. That's a different level of Conquer's hockey. We know Conquer hockey knocking nigga out. Conquer hockey making everybody on the battlefield stop fighting. Like, hold on. Why the fuck you fighting? Let's stop fighting. We already killed the nigga who we need to kill. Let's go ahead and get out of here, man. When that nigga Shanks pulled up, they was like, nah, we can't. We can't fight. Nah, we done. That nigga, no, I'm not even trying to praise this nigga, though. But this nigga Shanks, bro, he was moving, bro. He had niggas shook, bro. Nobody wanted to fight that nigga, bro. Nor his crew. Cause I don't know how true this is, but isn't that nigga Luck? Is that nigga name the fat nigga that shot the nigga in Luffy's backstory, bro? I heard he was as fast as light. Hey, if that's true, I don't know how you could beat Shanks' crew. Cause the only other nigga that I know that can move as fast as light is Kizaru. Nigga, bro. Kizaru, he's the only nigga that I know that can move that quick, bro. I don't understand. Like, what are you talking about, bro? That nigga Shanks, he has to be like time, bro. For every nigga to stop fighting, bro, you gotta be moving. You gotta be moving different, bro.
World. Now, I'm not gonna hold y'all. The tone of the vid will get a bit more serious because Whitebeard's pull up to Marineford was generational. Now, I will say, when I was watching the arcs leading up to this moment, I remember thinking to myself, who is this Whitebeard dude that they keep mentioning? They was glazing Whitebeard. I don't think y'all understand. The way they were talking about Whitebeard.
Respectfully though, Whitebeard was doing what he was supposed to be doing. Bro, Whitebeard was old as shit. Bro, Whitebeard was old as fuck, bro. I'm telling you, like, he was sick too. The nigga can't even go anywhere without that breathing tube, bro. And he was putting hands on IQ. And he was putting balls on IQ. I don't even think Whitebeard had hockey, bro. Yo, is he go if Whitebeard was in his prime, he would have destroyed all of Marineford by himself. I'm gonna tell you this shit right
leading
now,
up to
bro.
the
That
battle
nigga, he was
was
moving,
crazy.
bro.
Bro, he was dead, bro. If he wanted you out of there, he would go do it himself on feet by himself.
So was wrong with him.
He literally
That's not his
flattened
record,
Aikinu.
man.
But I actually pray it. Let us get breaking news that LeBron has, tore his ACL. Jesus.
There were kids dancing outside singing a song calling Whitebeard the devil.
So,
He was described as a one-man army, so the anticipation that One Piece built, I just had to see it for myself, and man, they delivered. The thing about this moment was
Sure.
that they knew Whitebeard would show up.
Whitebeard's
Everybody
pull-up was
knew
cool,
and
but
expected
Shanks
his coming.
was
They have his
different,
son chained
bro.
up,
So you had to
ready
stop
be
fighting when that
executed
nigga pulled
in
up.
the middle on live television. And the closer his scheduled time was, the more tense the air got. Anxiety rose because of the man leading the army.
I don't even know why they
The
live,
Marines
why they
were
put on live.
stacked
That was
for
the most
Whitebeard.
stupidest
Let me
shit.
paint this picture. They had the 7
You
warlords
knew
of
niggas
the
was
sea
gonna come.
at bay. The 3 admirals posted up. and Garp being right beside the fleet admiral himself, Sengoku. All of these big guns, and they couldn't shake that something still fell off. Looking into the distance, Sengoku expected
Only reason they
Whitebeard
had
to
the
be at
niggas is because they
Marineford
knew
a
White
while
Warrior was
ago,
gonna pull up.
but all he saw was nothingness. Just the sound of waves with the wind blowing, and then ships pop up out of nowhere. I'm talking at least 40 deep. Pirate crews not even under Whitebeard's name are heading straight
Yeah,
for the
dead
base.
ass
And
boy.
even then, Sengoku
Hey
still can't
man, they
find
was
the
up there.
man
They
they feared
pulled up.
most.
I'm gonna be
He's
for
looking
real.
left
This
to
is
right,
probably
yet
the
he
most
sees no
most
one.
latest
At
arc
least not the
in
man
One
he's
Piece,
looking
bro.
for.
I seen
But
all the
as the
niggas pull up. I
ships
was like, yeah,
approach,
man,
they
we
slow
finna
down
hit
right before reaching the
right.
center, because the center of attraction has arrived. Bubbles start forming right in the middle of the area, and from under the ocean, the Whitebeard pirates have pulled up. The division commanders showed themselves. They wasn't about to lose this war. Well, they did lose. Let me stop. And finally, the emperor they were waiting to see the most starts walking up the stairs slowly. Each step, you could feel the aura getting closer. Whitebeard finally reaches the top and greets all of Marineford. Now, Whitebeard greets the heads with a warm welcome, laughing. He's actually pretty chill. He's just saying, hey, I'm just here to make sure my son's straight. And he actually talks to Ace directly. But the reason why Sengoku was shaking in his boots, because although he seemed chill, Whitebeard wasn't really laughing for real. Y'all know that moment where y'all can tell two people are laughing, but they're not really laughing because it's funny. They're laughing because they slight rage baiting each other. That's basically what was happening, because Whitebeard didn't really find anything funny. He was there for straight smoke. You don't know what this man's next move was gonna be, and he was standing right in front of you. But this is when I knew Whitebeard was for real what they said he was. This man decides to flex and causes an earthquake at Marineford.
Bro,
Now,
that
when the
nigga's
war
devil
officially
fruit is
started, what's
OP
crazy is that
shit.
Whitebeard doesn't even move from his position for like 30 minutes. And it wasn't like people weren't trying to attack him either. You had Mihawk trying to slice him directly. You had Crocodile trying to sneak on him. And then you had this giant, before he can even finish his own attack, his entire weapon gets shattered and his head was
Yeah,
flat.
man.
But when Whitebeard
Yeah,
finally
man. I don't know
sets
why
his
you would
foot on
try
the
to
ground,
face
it was over.
Whitebeard head
Two
on.
cannonballs fly in
You
his
gotta be one of the
direction.
top
One
niggas in your
punch
verse
sends
to
him
even
right
think
back.
about that shit.
Then a vice admiral who was about 20 feet makes his biggest mistake. He attacked an active Whitebeard.
Dead. Dead.
Whitebeard just tilted the entire sea. Bro, I was so hyped. But I think I was yelling at this moment. I don't even remember. This right here solidifies what makes Whitebeard's pull-up so tough. Now, y'all, for the last pull-up of this vid, this one might be the most diabolical
Let's see
one in
let's
anime
see
history.
who's number
We
one,
are
man.
talking
Let's see who's
about
number one.
Eren from Attack on Titan. I feel like some of y'all did see this one coming. This man seen the future and knew how his pull-up would take place before he even thought of it himself. This was a tactical masterclass. Eren decided to go undercover to the nation of Marley, the land where they called his people devils, so he can observe and understand the culture.
See, I ain't watched the last season of Attack on Titan because I heard it was last. I heard it was ass. But so I don't really know what's about to happen. Honestly. So
And he went through some
I
real
don't
injuries to
know what's
even
going
get the
to happen.
opportunity. Like, if you're willing to pluck a bullet and stick it in your pause, I might get demonetized here. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. If you're going this far, bro, you know he was fiending for freedom. He did this to mask any suspicion of who he truly was on Marley. Eren, while getting to know the people, actually built a connection. He got close with one kid, Falco. Falco was a young soldier who was kind and looked out for Eren. He had deep conversations with him and even covered his behind, because he's the reason why Eren didn't even get deported back to Parody Island. Falco was good intentions. He was trying his best to be the next warrior. You know, the same warrior Reiner was that terrorized Eren's home. But even Aaron can see how his intent wasn't from a bad place. It was, in his perspective, to save the world. Falco genuinely thought what Aaron and him had was a real friendship. And Aaron did care for him. But the thing was, Falco was just a pawn. He was just a piece on the chessboard, a cog in the wheel of his master plan. Aaron was moving.
So this nigga was moving like Ayana Koji.
The moment he tells Falco to
Or
send
like
a letter to his family back
Johan.
home, the final plan for his pull-up was set in motion. The Survey Corps got that letter and they knew exactly what time it was. The night of the Liberio Festival. This was the moment where all citizens of Marley came and celebrated. But even with it being a celebratory gathering, this man Tiber was shaking in his boots. He had to deliver a speech on the biggest stage, a speech that would change the fate of the world forever. And while he was about to deliver this speech,
That gets sniped.
right underneath him was Aaron Yeager. Now, before Aaron even shifts gears, he manipulated Falco again. And just pause on this, because Falco, how do you get crossed this bad? Falco just tore his ACL and MCL. He had Falco bring Reiner right to him. Just to talk, of course. Or at least that's what we thought. The same guy who destroyed his home, Reiner, to have a relaxing, calming conversation. When Reiner walked in, he legit looked like he seen a ghost. Petrified. Immediately, Falco is looking like,
hey bro, I thought y'all was friends. Y'all best friends, no?
what's going on? The only thing though is that this calm conversation took place in the base of a building full of people. Off rip, Aaron sets the tone and lets Reiner know at any moment this whole thing could blow up. All Reiner could do was sit and hope for the best. Now Aaron has the most blank expression. It's cold and it gives the chills.
Shit, I'm interested as fuck.
Falco knew in this
I ain't seen
moment he
this.
messed up. And while all of this is going on, Tiber's speech begins. Aaron lets the speech filled with lies, demonizing his home, be the cue for his arrival. Reiner is a man who knows the truth. He knows what really happened back at Parody Island. Aaron isn't just warring against a people, but an ideology. The speech gets to a point where Tiber makes known that the person who has the power to destroy the entire world is Aaron Yeager. Aaron heard his name and started doing his little warm-up routine, shaking his shoulders off, getting loose, healing back to true form. And Falco is appalled and betrayed. But Aaron knows all too well how he already feels. Aaron starts stepping in the villain role. He breaks down the philosophy of Marley and how in his views they were the villains. But what makes this scene even more atrocious, terrible, is how Reiner thought Aaron pointing this out was a call for peace. Reiner is on the ground apologizing, on his knees expressing his guilt, and he looked up and seen Aaron's head, and I know he thought, this is it. He understands me now. He's going to change. Man, Aaron picks this man's
like that nigga
hand
would
up
change.
and says how he
Like,
will
come on, be for
keep
real.
moving forward. And that was just the first part of the sentence. He then says, Aaron starts transforming on the spot, and he timed his pull-up.
way.
The moment the war was declared, we see the coldest shot of the attack titan. This had me appalled. To make one of the first casualties of war be the man who declared it from the jump, just to strike more terror to the people of Marley.
Nah, that's
is
that's crazy.
But with that being said, the pull-up in anime is an art form. There are so many ways a character can decide to show up on the scene, and we see characters in the medium who make sure it leaves an impact.
Oh yeah,
But
Jim will
anyway,
be ore farming every
that's it.
time you
If y'all
pull up.
want
You
a part
wait
two
till
to
the
this
last
vid,
second.
let me know and
Take
make
your
sure y'all
ass.
like and subscribe. And by
Wait
the
till
way,
the
you
last
guys,
second.
I'm actually looking for an editor, so if you know an editor or if you're an editor yourself,
I ain't gonna lie, that's a pretty good video, man. But that nigga Jim would be fucking ore farming. Dead ass, bro. Here comes some shit like that.
No, I always knew that there was something truly weird and
Alright, now we on. I forgot the name. I gotta wait till it load, honestly. It hasn't loaded yet. Alright, now we on the craziest conspiracy theories. By way, so let's go ahead and hop straight to it.
Not a lot of of people know this, but L. Ron Hubbard was a black man. Truth. His real name was L. Ron Hoyer Bembe. Who do we want? Zenu. When do we want him? 10 trillion years.
When I was growing up, I always knew that there was something truly weird and peculiar about our planet Earth. So let me just cut to it. Conspiracy theories are crazy, man. Whether you like to fully spend your time deep diving into different beliefs and ideas, or you just really don't care about it and have a surface level understanding, it doesn't matter. Because more often than not, none of us can deny that there are some weird things about certain places and people that we've definitely asked ourselves about. Things like secret societies, the paranormal, aliens, Area 51, shit, Arby's? How is this food? Look at it, it's disgusting. All in all though,
I don't know how
what I'm
people
trying to
be
say
eating
is
that
life
shit,
is too
bro.
weird and kind of unpredictable to not be able to have some questions on why some shit runs the way it does or even exists. Like if we're being for real, you gotta be one idiot to not believe in some conspiracy theories, I swear down. Have some imagination, you bum, you're boring. Like one of the biggest ones I used to have growing up watching TV was who the hell was Red X after Robin in Teen Titans? That was like the biggest cartoon conspiracy ever. The man is a phenomenon. Whose man is this? Tell me, I need to know. But I thought for today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I will talk about some of the world's most craziest, disturbing, and just stupid conspiracy theories that either get me thinking for my life and got me afraid of what could be out there, or get me punching my computer screen, I don't know. And the first one I wanted to speak about is Scientology. Because this is some...
Yo, if you guys can comment down below, tell me what Scientology is. Oh, I dead ass don't know what that is. I genuinely don't know what that is. I literally just seen like a TikTok of people just storming the building. I'm assuming that it's like some sort of cult or whatnot, bro. Like celebrity. At least that's what I heard from a comment. This is what I've seen from a comment. Someone was just saying that like it was like a cult or something that like a lot of celebrities and stuff were part of. I literally have never heard of this until just now, honestly. But I guess it's just a code or whatnot. I don't know. You guys gotta tell me.
bullshit. Never
Tell
in
me.
my whole life have I seen something that just screams cult more than Scientology. The whole thing's a scam. Even being a part of it makes it sound way less of a presumed religion than what is somewhat expected to sound like. Why would you want to be a Scientologist? I left that shit back in high school. But all jokes aside, for those of you unfamiliar with what Scientology is, let me give you the rundown. Scientology is a cult following trying to be seen as a religion, which follows in the practice of seeking self-knowledge and spiritual enlightenment under the teachings of a man named L. Ron Hubbard. A guy who pretty much for the majority of his own life wrote science fiction and fantasy. Their flipping founder is a phony. He wrote bullshit. He didn't even write any...
Wait, what?
Self-knowledge, a cult following, trying to be seen as a religion, which follows in the practice of seeking self-knowledge and spiritual enlightenment under the teachings of a man named L. Ron Hubbard. A guy who pretty much for the majority of his own life wrote science fiction and fantasy. Their flipping founder is a phony. He wrote bullshit. He didn't even write anything real. He's a liar. This is enough to know it's some giant scam. But trust me, listen to the rest of this because it gets worse when you look into it more. Believe me, some of it's just straight up bullshit. The core belief behind Scientology is that people aren't people, but we are presumably immortal alien beings named Thetans, who have been said to have lived numerous past lives like with the Avatar, and unfortunately have been trapped in human bodies. And through the processes of Scientology's many pay-to-win practices, the goal is to reach a level of spiritual abundance to where you can free yourself from the shackles of your human body and finally embrace your alienness in all its extraterrestrial glory. Basically, they want you to become Orgolo from Adventure Time. Yeah, long story short, this shit is so stupid. L. Ron Hubbard got you.
I'm confused because like there's no way people actually believe this shit.
Even the main
you gotta be rich as hell to be in some of these type of cults.
The whole thing is practically pay to win. To even gain more knowledge and to go up in your belief in it, you literally have to pay them hundreds of thousands of money to get even more access to more pieces of information to understand.
I might have to run these type of cults, honestly.
The whole process
you know how rich I'll be in like 2 years.
Me is to track your quote-unquote stress and trauma from your past life to somewhat help you reach spiritual enlightenment. You know how much that shit is a session? Bro, it can be anywhere from $200 to $800 an hour. To what? Ask me about crashing on Earth and shooting ray guns. What would I need that shit for? It's a scam. The whole religion is built up on courses and amenities that you literally need to pay money for. What religion in the world with their ideologies, beliefs, and values decide to gatekeep it behind money. The fact that the information in itself is kept away from people who don't pay for it, even though it should be free, is enough to know
That's
already it's a
crazy. I'm not even gonna lie.
huge lie.
Pay
The
like
first giveaway of it
hundreds of
being fake was that the
dollars
founder is a science fiction writer.
just
But
to get
this, and the fact that there's
information is
actual buildings
insane.
dedicated to this stupid teaching across the world, which means it's turning over a profit, is beyond me. I didn't know people were that gullible themselves. They're mad. Look, I believe everyone, if not most people to an extent, believe in aliens. There's probably some guys out here who worship them like Scientology
Oh, yeah,
proclaims
for
to,
sure.
but at least they're not scamming.
I feel like I feel like in my specific case is that like yeah, like I believe in aliens to like an extent, but like I feel like it's impossible not to have anything else outside of just us humans and planet. The universe is too big. It's infinite, bro. It's expanding right now as we speak. And there's no way that there's no sort of alien or nothing. Bro, there's literally people talking about aliens in the government right now. People are demanding like alien information. It's like not even trying to use that type of information to like prove like what I'm trying to say is just there's no way that we're the only people around, bro. Us and my type of what I'm trying to say is that me meeting like an alien in my lifetime, I don't think that's gonna happen. I doubt it. But I guarantee we're not the only ones. I guarantee we're not the only ones.
The idea behind gatekeeping knowledge of what is claimed to be a religion, and some people blindly following this because of hardships or whatever problem they have in their life, resulting in them giving away their hard-earned money or kids being roped up into it because their families believe in it, is disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. You're telling guys that they need to spend over $100,000 to find out what? To finally find out about Big Dog Xenu and how we supposedly used hydrogen bombs millions of years ago to blow up aliens, brainwash them with a bunch of tapes, and eventually release them, which in turn got them to possess human bodies. Dog! Why would an alien use a hydrogen bomb? Don't you man have lasers or some shit? Xenu is a fraud! The whole system this cult follows is literally level-based. Even the lower level Scientologists don't know who Big Dog Xenu is. They ain't know about the chief. This guy was out here putting in work, controlling a bunch of planets, and had the whole coalition of them like he was invincible. He was unstoppable. Until this fraud somehow got beaten, and in this stupid cartoon, he just gets thrown into space. Oh, so not only is Ron Hubbard a phony, but he's a stealer too. Cause this shit looks exactly the same as the Phantom Zone prison bullshit General Zod and his lackeys got put into. It's a lie. The only reason why I even decided to speak and put research into this was because of all the Scientology speedruns I've been seeing across TikTok.
Oh, me.
Sometimes
Those were the videos I was talking about that I be seeing people just run around, motherfucking trying to like storm the fucking Scientology. This is the only reason that I even know about it. It's because of that, bro. Like I generally don't know anything about it besides it being a cult. That's all I know.
I
That's all I know.
genuinely
Borderline
love people,
cult.
man. Because really and truly, what the hell is inside these buildings? I always see them close the doors constantly on people who try to talk to them on camera. And they even have electronic windows which tint so nobody can see what's inside them. They're hiding something in there, man. I just know it. I just imagine sometimes that if you go far enough into the building, you'll just get caught up in a final boss fight. Like, you know Metal Gear Rising and the final fight between
Yeah, I do
Raiden
wonder
and
what's
Senator
inside them
Armstrong? Instead of it being
Scientology
Senator
buildings. That
Armstrong,
is.
it's just Tom Cruise. It's Senator Cruz right here. What actually happens if you go far enough in here, that's a way bigger conspiracy in itself. Like I read about something the other day called the Sea Org, in where some members of the cult will literally work full-time, signing a billion-year contract, working on a boat in the middle of the ocean, doing
The fuck?
God knows what, to show their faith and dedication.
No,
over
no,
a
no.
vi-
Hold on.
like
I gotta hear that again. Cause there's no way this nigga just said a billion-year contract. Let me hear that
I
again.
read about something the other day called the Sea Org, in where some members of the cult will literally work full-time, signing a billion-year
Hold on. Hold on. What the fuck? A billion-year contract called the Sea Org, which is an allegiance to the Scientology. So it's basically an eternal commitment to the religion. So that you would stay with them for lifetimes. Bro, All right, man.
Contract working on a boat in the middle of the
All right,
ocean,
man.
doing God knows what to show their faith and dedication over all their quote unquote multiple lifetimes. Come on, man, that's not devotion, that's slavery. Scientology
Dead
is a
ass,
scam.
bro.
It's crazy. The fact that you need to pay to learn is enough to know it's not religion. And please never join that shit. Never. Unless you want to dap up Big Dog Xenu, then I hear that, man. I mean, there's a bunch of theories I could put in this video that would take me way too long to edit, but a couple I've been more so interested in for the past couple of years were things that had to do with time travel and superpowers. You know, it can't just be me that gets deja vu every now and then. And then, as soon as I get into the situation that I think I've already been in, it's like the moment Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. My third eye opens. It's like I've already been there and experienced said situation already. It's like a memory glitch in the system. Okay, I'm not batshit crazy, you might go believe me. Though I've seen some people connect this to time travel. Same with the whole idea of the butterfly effect, where if you were to make a change in the past as small as catching or killing a butterfly, then when you come back, your whole city's getting destroyed because of Robot Joes or some shit. It's an interesting belief to have, but also time travel in theory is a practice we already do. It's just not at the level you see in movies. We time travel, but it's just slow as shit, and it's only forward. I'm like 99% sure you can never go back in time.
Okay, man. So the stuff about like the time travel and stuff, man, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Uh, I honestly don't even think that shit is possible. Nigga. I don't understand why people would even want to do it because you could change, like, if you go back in time, you could change the most littlest, the most smallest thing. You could break off a piece of grass, come back, nigga, the whole fucking city getting exploded, nigga. We talking World War IV, nigga, not even World War III, World War IV, nigga. Like, everybody died, robot takeover, aliens everywhere. Like anything can happen, bro. Like, why would you want to change something because it was embarrassing just for you to change it, then come back, then find out that everybody died? Like, I never understood it. Like the butterfly effect, like, it's not worth changing those things, man. It's not. Unless you really like have a hard life, you broke as hell on the streets. Yeah, I think that's when you would change nothing. That's because that's crazy. But I understand. But man, the time travel thing, man, like I don't
Because
think it's
time only moves
possible.
forward anyway, and in theory, for time travel to even be possible, you need a point back then to even go back to, so it's not
Yeah,
happening. And then when it comes to
exactly.
superpowers,
So like, even if you did learn how to do time traveling, it's like there's no way that you could go back to a specific time. I feel like that's uncontrollable.
this
There's
is my
no
honest
way.
takeaway on it. You might need to look in here. I believe most of fictional media we consume, like movies, TV shows, and anime, the government at least, before any of these specific forms of entertainment would come out, they would try to replicate some of the stupid broken power shit we've all seen. Okay, I know it might sound like a reach, but hear me out, hear me out. I can
I've
almost
never heard of this
guarantee
shit.
you my whole life that before Captain America was even a Marvel superhero, getting his own comics and movies, that somebody tried to make a bunch of super soldiers
Oh yeah,
before
for
him.
sure.
I'm saying around in the
For sure.
Second World War, or at least
Definitely.
maybe a decade before Marvel created Captain America
I,
comics,
they
which I'm
did, I
pretty
feel
sure
like they
is near
definitely tried
around
this
that
for
time
the
anyway.
Second
I'm
World
saying
War. For
scientists were
sure.
definitely getting pressed by huge armies and politicians
I
to
can
try
believe
and,
it.
you
I
know,
can
give
believe it.
soldiers some of that edge so they can overpower their enemies and pull off some of the dumb shit we see in movies. To basically sum it up, I'm saying superpowers and heroes were attempted before becoming mainstream entertainment. It kind of sounds a little obvious, but I feel like more people would just straight up deny this shit rather than agree here. Like, I remember when I used to wash dishes
I
at my
can
old
believe
job,
it. I
one
can
of the
believe it.
guys I
I'm not even
worked
gonna
with
lie.
was like the biggest conspiracy theorist of all time. He believed in a lot of shit, and he told me something about people getting experimented on in an attempt to give them powers. And as crazy as it might sound to some of you here, I low-key believe that shit. Deep it.
It's
Why wouldn't
believable. It's
superpowers
actually
at least be
believable.
attempted? I'm not saying they have to be real or anything. It's not like people are out here flying in broad daylight, but the idea of people getting experimented on in an attempt to give people powers is believable as shit. I mean, governments are just
I mean-
stereotypically evil. We know they're like that. They invented taxes. You think anyone likes paying taxes? Why am I paying tax in the UK and they're putting said money toward nothing? People out here have to pay road tax and there's literally potholes in every single road. It's sick. So maybe all of our funds are just going to government research facilities who got people in a bunch of pods to give them the venom symbiote. I don't know, but taxpayers taxpayers' money rarely goes back to helping us. Let's cut this shit. It goes everywhere but us. Superpowered experimentation is such a realistic idea when you really think about it. We live in a world where power means everything. I mean, this is the type of shit Trump would execute happily on people so long as he can say he won a war. He would definitely do this shit. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't even be shocked if that's the type of shenanigans going down in Area 51. Alongside extra bullshit like trying to make Iron Man suits, giant Megazords from Power Rangers, the cars from Cars, I don't know, but the moral of this theory is people are power hungry. We can't act as if they wouldn't do anything to attain more power by any means necessary. And with the amount of power we see in fiction, the ones that show signs that they could be replicated in real life, why the hell wouldn't they take their chances on it? They're evil. Speaking of Trump, reptilian
I can
people,
see it.
100% facts. You think?
Oh my god. This theory, it's like it's believable and unbelievable at the same time. Just because it's like there's so much evidence that proves that it's 100% possible. It's just at the same time, it's like, dang, is this really like an actual thing? See, do I believe it? Yeah, to an extent, yeah, I believe it, but like not like I think like every celebrity is a reptilian or like every government official is a reptilian. Oh, this guy's rich. Oh, he's definitely a reptilian. Like that type of like
People like Jeff Bezos got to being the CEO of the world's largest company and didn't get to drinking some hemoglobin? Of course he did. You think Mark Zuckerberg was able to get to his riches without drinking some of that O2? Ask yourself this. How is Lucy Liu pushing 60 and her skin is still perfect? Blood! Okay, inside joke kind of cooked my head on this one, but I will say politicians are probably a bunch of Mr. Lizards. How about that? Built like Mr. Kipling from Jesse is crazy. And there's still a multitude of conspiracy theories I still haven't gone over yet. Like I haven't even spoken about the Illuminati. And I won't because I don't want to get kidnapped.
yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, don't even talk about them, man.
It's time to
You
segue into
kidnap
my
me.
favorite part of this video, man. I have once again asked my beautiful and loyal subscribers to send me some of their craziest, gruesome, diabolical conspiracy theory stories. And I'll be honest here, some of these weren't really that bad. You know, they were kind of crazy, but they were still chill and understandable. But the one or two of you watching this video, knowing what you sent me, I know who you are, bro. I know what type of monster you are, you absolute lunatic. I will find you and I will expose you because I have a very particular lack of skills. I will never be able to find you. So without any more yapping, let's get straight into the confessions,
IP address
man.
them, bro.
I believe in the existence of Bigfoot or that aliens are living among us. The Kraken would be a good one, since you told us in another video that you're scared of the ocean or what could be down there. And for the aliens, because of a new movie that's coming out soon called Disclosure Day, the director said that a lot of stuff he will be adding in the movie, introducing things that are going to be talked about in it, are all real. I feel like with aliens and anything in the water,
all real. Yo, this niggas know some shit that we don't know about. Some shit. Cause man, yo, aliens and shit. They got aliens and shit in it. It's all real. Okay.
they have more of a chance of being the most realest kind of mythical creatures to ever exist. I mean, most of space and the ocean is huge and we don't know what's in either of them. But with Bigfoot, I'm not all that convinced he's real. I feel like he would have been caught by now at least. Plus, you're saying Bigfoot lived...
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I think Bigfoot was just like a representation of like a realist or some shit. Cause like if Bigfoot really existed, I feel there's too many people in the world and there's too many cameras, there's too many eyes right now that doesn't allow Bigfoot to like, you know, camp around and like not be seen or nothing, you know? Like it's just too many cameras, too much too much stuff going on right now. There'd have definitely been like footage right now. By now, there would have been footage of Bigfoot if that nigga really existed. Like, come on, man. If he really existed, there'd have been
through
like
all the bullshit on planet Earth. You
some.
saying Bigfoot survived COVID? He must have been COVID like crazy, man. Bees are evil. I don't know, I have no proof, but they're far too cute and helpful. It must be a front. If we ever find out that some creatures are sapient, I'm betting it's bees and I'm betting they're evil. Because there's no way fluffy, dancing, self-sacrificial, endangered, hardworking, honey-making fairies with evil slandered counterparts, wasps, aren't scapegoating and overcompensating for something. Probably genocide using us as meat puppets to kill as many wasps and other pollinator competitors, or something while feeding us honey sweet ass lies like good boys. I don't like wasps either, but I respect them more than bees for being for real. They're what I expect of nature. Now I will admit this is a hypothetical belief I'm not fully invested in because again, I don't think animals are sapient in the first place, but if they are, then bees are evil. You know, as people, most of us already have a dislike for bees and wasps naturally. I mean, the minute somebody hears a bee flying near them, most of the time they'll just start freaking out like crazy. And as a kid, I always knew there was something weird about the bee movie. Like the main guy's name is Barry.
Okay. If anything, wasp. Bees is crazy. Because if bees stings you, they die. But so it's like a bee, like yeah, this theory's already too far.
Benson. He
I
leaves
can't.
the hive. He steals Ken's girlfriend and ruins his life. He became a goddamn criminal defense lawyer. Oh my god, bees are evil. They're taking over. All jokes aside though, if you guys have seen that one video of a bunch of bees jumping a hornet to death, yeah, you know they don't play. But also what you said about wasps, I'm not rocking with, gang. They're 10 times worse than bees. They're terrible. My darkest conspiracy is that there's a secret faction that's keeping Arby's open. As an English guy, I will never understand how Arby's was even certified to serve food in the first place. I mean, look at this shit. I will never know how bad Arby's is personally.
Bro, Arby's low key. I'm not even gonna say I was about to troll, but I can't, bro. Arby's is shit. I don't know how people eat there, bro. They have to be like money laundering or some shit, bro. They have to be doing something. 'Cause there's no way there's that many Arby's out there. No shots, bro. Like, no, you would never see me at a Arby's ever, bro. I just don't understand how people eat there, bro. It's disgusting, bro. Like, I don't understand,
Because
man.
I'm never gonna eat that shit. But I just know
That's
that there's some next
disgusting.
level evil corporation funding this establishment. Because who the hell is genuinely eating here? Look at it, it's raw. Bro, we even had a baby crying at one point. Want this food, man? I don't know why, and it may sound stupid, but I believe that
I've
apes
seen
like
that people
chimpanzees
actually
and
like
gorillas
that
are
though.
actually equally as intelligent as us humans, and are only acting dumb in order to avoid the atrocities of human beings, like jobs, taxes, and war. I mean, there's already a movie franchise that kind of proves that. We know this, man.
Yeah.
Another conspiracy theory I have is that
That-
slavery never really went away. It's just modernized and monetized. If you really think about it, is there really a reason to work when supposedly God gave us everything we need to live and thrive as human beings? Why does someone just wake up and decide water needs to be paid?
This-
It's ridiculous. I guess what I'm trying to say is people are
This
too
is a
excited to go
reasonable
to
theory.
school for basically a quarter of their life for them to work for
It's a
basically half their
reasonable
lives
theory.
and spend the rest of that on whatever's left. Or if anything is left for that matter. Basically making one person benefit. It's a scam, man, I'm telling you. And my friend, this is why you have to do what you want in life. To an extent, I can understand what you're saying, but also a lot
Yeah.
of the world wouldn't function if certain people weren't doing certain things. I mean, it's not like you can just drink water from the ocean. That would probably make you sick. But that doesn't mean to sell for less. Our time here is limited anyway, and I say this with the most positive attitude and a smile on my face. Nothing really matters, so you might as well do what you want. That's my word of advice here. Every time you die, you switch to a reality where you didn't. That's why near-death experiences feel so weird. I don't know what this theory is called, but it's kind of cool. Oh, like that one Rick and Morty episode where Rick was switching bodies the whole time. I get you. Wait a minute, but that's a
See, that theory would make sense, but there's a lot of like holes in it. So what about the time when you actually died? Like, was there like no other alternate event that could have prevented that?
bad thing because he
I don't
eventually
see
switched
it.
to a fashion. I
But
have the
I
greatest
understand.
conspiracy of all. Drill
Understand.
music was made by British gangsters to hypnotize people into loving the genre so much they started being wannabe gangsters themselves. It also tends to drive us away from the good old days, trying to get us interested into the most uninteresting and controversial artists and people of this day and age. The young ones can't fall victim to this. As soon as people start listening to those songs, it becomes so addictive to the point they're trying to impersonate what's happening in those music videos. This can harm the younger generation because of gangster people and wannabe gangster people. Soon the young ones will join in on all the chaos. Believe it, waves. I used to be a victim of this too, but now I'm listening to old school hip hop, old school grime, new metal, classic EDM, along with Frutiger Error and video game ambience music. Thank God it became my special interest in hyperfixation, because I don't like my Gen Z generation as much. I'm living a nostalgic life and going to old hardware, CD players, and retro games. But my conspiracy theory still stands. Don't listen to today's music, especially drill. I too have at one point fell down the drill rabbit hole. I mean, I ain't proud of it, but I was like 12 to 13 in its prime. And Ambush by OFB was a different song back then. But half of the time the drill music people listen to is about murking people. That's literally what most of it's about. You can't be a civilian and bump music on people drilling on the ops. You gotta get into your mature bag eventually and start listening to the beautiful poets of our time. Like, you know, Miles. You know when he said, all I do is shoot threes, called Mr. Stephen Curry? Single ply toilet paper is a scam made by the freaky movie industry to make more movies where people diddle themselves.
Okay.
Yo, in Somalia, we used to shit in holes, bro. I believe that the creators of Rent a Girlfriend are after Degenerosity. And the reason why there is no uploads from Degenerosity is because Degenerosity is in hiding. First off, Degen, wherever you're at, bless up, man. I hope everything's been cool for you. I hope life is treating you well. And I hope that whatever you're going through right now gets easier. And hopefully you can make a comeback to YouTube when you can. The people are waiting for you, man. The people are waiting for you. But forget all of that for a sec. God damn! Are the feds chasing you or something? Did the FBI break into your house for what you said about this shit anime?
Sure.
Gang, it's been 9 months! What the hell? This shit must have flatlined you or something. Was it that bad? And now, my people, the final conspiracy.
Hey, Rent a Girlfriend could literally end niggas' careers because of how shit because how shit it was,
theory
bro.
story.
Hey.
And this isn't even a theory or a story. It's just a confession to some crazy
that
shit.
was
It had
terrible.
my jaw drop when I read it for the first time. It's kind of mad. But without any more time wasting, I already know I'm gonna go to hell for this, but I have a belief in the consumption of baby animals and animal blood. Our ancestors did this way back then, so I feel like it would make sense that I can do it too. I buy cow's blood for this and drink about.
Alright, man. Alright, man. I don't. I must have just heard this shit wrong.
Jaw drop when I read it for the first time. It's kind of mad. But without any more time wasting, I already know I'm gonna go to hell for this, but I have a belief in the consumption of baby animals and
okay, the benefit.
animal
Let me see the
blood.
benefit.
Our ancestors did this way back then, so I feel like it would make sense that I can do it too. I buy cow's blood for this and drink about 2 liters a week. This unfortunately turns down a lot of people.
Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, generally, these type of people actually exist. Even if this nigga's fucking joking, I guarantee there's people out here that actually do this shit. Oh my god. Drink baby blood? Yo, okay, bro. Alright, man.
As for the baby animals, I have the sneaking suspicion that there has to be a reason people are talking about that one island and the eating of babies. I'm not gonna eat another human, so I cook and eat a baby pig once a month. Not the whole pig, just the ribs. I know it isn't exactly scary, but since it's usually a conversation stopper, I'm submitting it here. The thing is, right, and I'm gonna keep it respectful here, bro, the whole drinking cow blood thing isn't that bad, I'll be honest. I mean, in England, people with their English breakfast eat something called black pudding, which is literally just dry pig blood. And on top of that, a lot of people around the world eat or drink a lot of different shit. So trust me, hearing this one didn't really faze me.
Yeah, the drinking of blood, yeah, to him probably, but to me, that's insane. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you literally die off that, but yeah.
But when you started talking about you eating baby pig ribs and gave a reason behind it, yeah, you lost me here, man. The justification you gave just made it sound like you were disappointed in not being able to eat people. If it were legal to be a cannibal, would you just start yamming people's appendixes or something? Come on, man. This is less a theory than it might just be you confessing that you may have a unique food fetish. I swear to God, this one is mad. And also, why a set of baby pig ribs? Why not just eat normal ribs? They're probably small as shit. Look, it's not my business why people do certain things and supposedly have abnormal cravings. As long as it's flipping legal and ethical, what the hell do you want me to say here? But I will leave this confession saying one more thing. You are truly a lizard person. I found one. And this brings me to the end of the video, man. Thank you all to everyone who submitted and gave me their own personal stories. I appreciate it.
Alright, man. W conspiracy theories right there, man. Nah, it's also L's conspiracy theories, especially at the fucking end. Oh my god, I don't know how to fucking
U.S.
do
state
that
most
shit.
interested in incest. Sweet Home, Alaska.
Invisibility. To some people, invisibility would be a dream superpower. They fantasize.
Hold on, this might be the last video today because it's getting late as shit. I'm gonna just watch the other ones. Fucking. off stream. So this the last one. I'm done. And the video is why superpowers would suck in real life.
Invisibility. To some people, invisibility would be a dream superpower. They fantasize about all the things they could do without being noticed. Not exactly heroic things, but when you look closer, it's not as cool as it sounds. Here's the problem. For you to see, light has to hit the back of your eyes. But if you're invisible, light would just pass through you, leaving you blind. And if somehow your eyes could catch light, they would still be visible, making you a pair of floating eyeballs. Just creepy. To go fully invisible, you need to be completely naked. Not that some of you would mind that, but you wouldn't be able to carry anything either, and since no one can see you, they would crash into you all the time. You better not use perfume or even make noise.
Invisibility
is
a terrible fucking quirk.
Plus, if you're thinking that you could rob a bank, a thermal camera would still spot your heat radiation,
I don't know why you want that.
making it nearly impossible to sneak in undetected.
Unless you crazy.
Intangibility. Picture this. You've just unlocked intangibility.
I don't know why you want this
You're
either.
super excited,
That's
so you
stupid.
decide to phase your hand through a wall. But the moment you activate your powers, you drop straight through the floor, sinking into the earth. You either deactivate your powers and become fused into rock, suffocating to death, or continue sinking until you reach the molten center of the earth due to gravity, unable to do anything, waiting until you decide to die. Super speed. A moderate super speed of about 190 miles per hour, like Dash's, wouldn't be so bad. The problems would be minimal. But if we're talking about speed similar to the Flash, without Speed Force, then it would be a disaster waiting to happen. You would have to generate an enormous amount of force, far greater than what the human body can handle, and it would cause your legs to simply rip off your body. Here's another thing. Air isn't empty. It's filled with elements like oxygen and nitrogen, plus tons of tiny dust particles. As you move through air, you're rubbing against these particles, generating friction that produces heat.
So, all the budget went here. Okay, this is tough animation. Hold on.
Moving at super speed would generate enough heat to burn your entire body. Let's say you don't burn. You still need to see where you're going. Human perception isn't adapted to handle high speeds, so moving at super speed would make everything blurry.
I feel like if you move like A-Train, you cool.
Physical speed.
Like, if you're not moving too quick,
possibly doing what A-Train did, just running through people. And in the case that your perception does
literally
keep up,
exactly what I was
the
just
world around
saying.
you seems
A-Train.
so slow that
Like,
you'd basically
if you move
be
like
stuck in
A-Train,
time.
then I ain't gonna
Having
lie.
super speed would also mean burning
More of
millions
a
of calories
villain.
every day, so you'd go broke, buying all the food needed to keep your metabolism satisfied.
I feel
Teleportation.
like you get paid a lot if you
As
was
you
a
might
hero
know,
though.
the Earth
Super
is in
speed.
constant motion through space, moving at around 67,000 miles per hour. It rotates, orbits the sun, and the solar system.
Hey, teleportation. It depends on how the teleportation works. Like if you just set it in one spot and then it like moves over, but at that point doesn't like move. So it depends. Like you make a portal or like it, this one.
Orbits around the
This
center of the
one's
galaxy.
hard. This one's hard.
If you wanted to teleport, you would need to calculate the exact position of
hard.
the Earth through space.
This one's hard.
Or else you would teleport into space, dying
Because
instantly.
it just depends on how the it just depends on how.
If you were given the choice between dying in 1 year or becoming immortal, what would you choose? The choice seems obvious, doesn't it? You're thinking that being immortal would be much better than dying in a year, right? But if you're immortal, you would have to watch everyone you love die over and over again
crazy, bro.
until you don't have any emotional feelings anymore. You would live to see the human race die out. You would see the world end, and ultimately, you would be drifting in space all alone for eternity. Time stop. Oh, time stop. The superpower desired by many. Time stop would be a dream come true for some individuals for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But in reality,
it
would be
depends
a
on how this
nightmare.
abilities used. Like, what's the core fundamentals of? Okay, what's the core fundamentals of this power?
The moment you stop time, the molecules of air around you would stop as well, making it impossible to breathe. It also means photons would stop, rendering you unable to see. So you stop time and become unable to breathe or see until you either resume time or just die. Great power, huh? Super strength.
Depends. Like,
super strength sounds
like
awesome,
he's taking
right?
it too literal.
In real life, though, it's a mess. Everything's designed for regular people. meaning that if you were super strong, you would be breaking doorknobs, keyboards, and glasses left and right. Imagine going to hug your mom and breaking her spine because you don't know how to control your strength yet. Having super strength doesn't mean you're indestructible either. If you punch a wall, for example, because of Newton's third law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The force that you applied to the wall would be applied back to you with the same intensity, knocking you back and breaking your hand.
Mm. Yeah, like this is a cool video. I'm not even gonna lie, it just depends on what the core fundamentals of the ability are. I understand like some of the stuff that he's saying, but like teleportation, like if we just build a portal and it goes to this spot, hey, immortality, yeah, that's obviously a bad ability. You know, time stop, you can stop time, but like, like, come on, man, like, what's the core ability? Like, what's the core fundamentals of having the ability? He's taking it a little too literal, like scientifically wise, but I understand what he's trying to say. Yeah, yeah, like literally what this comment says, that one friend who takes everything too serious and literal. That's literally what this video is, bro. Like, I understand what he's saying though, but the intangibility, like, yeah, like I feel like that's actually a power that would actually suck, you know. You honestly depend, man. But yeah, man, I'm about to end stream. You know, got a couple reaction videos. Uh, yeah, that's about